Hey everyone, Smash Attack here, and welcome back to Minecraft. Now, hopefully this video goes well. You guys know I've been having trouble with my recording lately, but I've hopefully figured it out. Welcome to Minecraft 1.9. I'm using Audacity and Game DVR, but today I'm gonna show you this world that I've been working on since the Minecraft 1.9 snapshots were out. Um, Obviously, I did the house 1.8 because I knew those snapshots were unstable and stuff. Like I did the main structure, but let's check out what I've done. So over here, I've got a little donkey saddle. This is like literally just redstone based. Like I can put pressure plates or buttons down here, and then this will like open and it won't close because of one redstone circuit that I have here. Yeah, this one tick pulse spits out this redstone block, which makes this redstone trail all lit up. Otherwise, it doesn't work. But it's an on and off button all at once. So over here we have a chorus plant, nice and beautiful. This is a portal to the nether, which reminds me that this video is going to be kind of long. I have this little mycelium farm here for my mushrooms, just for brewing. These boots have Frostwalker on them, so that's handy. Really handy indeed. And then this is the new piston feature that was introduced. This is a tower for the new piston feature that was introduced. Basically, how this works is pistons become invisible. So once pistons become invisible when they're extending / retracting. So yeah, it's very loud because I have my game audio pretty high. I'll try to lower that in the editing, but the way that it works is oh god, I can't think with these pistons. Basically, you can get pulled up when the block is retracting. Like, when the piston is retracting, you can get pulled inside of the piston, and then you can just, like, walk right out. And, yeah, you pretty much build this tiny little module. Like, literally what this is the button, piece of redstone, monostable circuit, which is a sticky piston, my bad, and then a block, a normal block, which the redstone will transmit a redstone signal for one tick throughout the block. Then the piston will detect the redstone and lift the block, which means which means the redstone is no longer valid, which means the repeater only can give out a one tick pulse, and that one tick pulse will put up to this piston, will go up to this piston, and it's supposed to be in the bud power. It's not. It's supposed to be in the bud power position. That's true, but the thing is that there's a piece of redstone up there, which makes it conduct all the way to the piston directly, not causing block updates. So let's get up to the top. Oh, we were closer than I thought. But here I got my ender chest with my backup armor and whatnot. And yeah, I have Elytra, which is why I made this freaking piston tower in the first place. I got bored, so I decided to spawn in a crap ton of sand with the repeat command. There's a little, fuck, I forgot what you call it, a desert temple thing over there. And I spawned somewhere inside of that mesa biome. So yeah, there's like a temple over there. You start off in a mesa biome. There's plains right over here if you don't like that. There's ocean that away, and there's a village right over here in the plains. So yeah, if any of you guys are interested, there's the seed for you. So I'm just gonna fly down. And basically how the Elytra works is wherever you look is wherever the Elytra will take you, and if you look straight down, you actually get impulsed a lot faster and you can go right the way back up. You just have to be careful, like, to manage your speed and whatnot, so that you can, like, get out, like, get down to the ground without hurting yourself, because you can't take damage if you hit the ground too hard. And yes, you can kill yourself with that. So this water right here is for a block update detector that works with Frostwalker. If I walk on this level, a bud piston will detect the ice. Will detect that there's no longer water being run into it, which will cause a block update, which will push a redstone block to open these doors. And then when the ice melts, I have fire next to it just to be sure that it melts during the night as well. The ice melts, the water starts coming back down, and that causes another block update and causes the piston to retract and causes the doors to close. So over here we have basic, like the chest, a bunch of basic stuff. The chest plate looks kind of ugly inside my inventory. let's see, just the basic things. This little contraption right here. A lot of my redstone designs in this world were designed by Mumbo Jumbo, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he designed them, so go check him out. I'll link him in the description if necessary. But here we have this little thingamajig. I don't even know. I'm just gonna go into spectator mode for a second, so that you guys can see. This is the coal chest, which just runs straight into the furnace. That's a furnace right there. Don't worry, that is a furnace. Then that's the trap chest is the ores chest, which goes into the top. But then the output goes into this dispenser, and basically what we have is a redstone clock going around the entire thing, like powering these droppers to bring it all the way up. Not dispensers, my bad. And then we have another monostable circuit, which is spitting out redstone blocks, so that this kind of flushes in with the pillars, according to my texture pack, so that when it is like this, when this redstone line is powered, the clock is off because the redstone torch is off. And when I activate it, the redstone block goes up, which lets the redstone torch be powered, which makes this entire circuit run, basically. Because essentially what these repeaters do is slow the pulse down long enough for this redstone to unpower the redstone torch or something. I don't really know. I'm not sure how it works, I just know that it works, but it's really, really slow. It's like a beginner kind of redstone furnace. I have a better one, trust me. So here we have Mumbo's chicken killing super machine. Basically, the way that this works is an adult chicken chamber. If you have a casual gaming computer like I do, it's good enough to stuff 40 chickens in there or so. And then over here what we have is a half slab on top of a furnace with lava. And the thing is that baby chickens are only a half slab size tall. Like, they're only a half slab tall. But adult chickens are, well, their hitbox is an entire block tall at least. So yeah, that's how that works. And over here we have this hopper underneath the adult chickens, which gives a redstone output through this comparator, which runs around this whole circuit and then makes it go back into the comparator, which powers the dispenser for a moment so that it shoots out the eggs and then fires them into there to see if you get more baby chickens. And once the baby chickens grow up, they burn in the lava, and I get both cooked chicken and feathers. I mean, I could like install a filter for the feathers, but I don't really feel like it, because I don't even play on single player too much. Just like when I'm bored and want to do stuff. Okay, so over here you've been noticing these signs, open and close. Now what are these open and close? This is a on and off switch, but there you go. It opens this little thingamajigger right here. Oh god, so many contraptions, so much redstone. I love redstone, but good god, explaining it all in one video is complicated. So basically what I did was I did some wiring up of the droppers over here. One of them has a comparator hooked up to them, which is like telling the contraption to turn on and turn off and whatnot. But I hooked them up like that so that they power each dropper accordingly, and it works. So we go down here to the subterranean level of my base. This is where things get interesting. This is where I spend a lot of my time. So over here I've got this mass storage system, which is basically just what a lot of Hermitcraft members have. Just that one little chest up there with a crap ton of hoppers running along the line like that. Then hoppers running into all of the chests, because the way the hoppers work is that they move items down before they move them across. I really don't feel like I'm going to edit this. So we have all of this. Yeah, we basically just have a crap ton of items from our explorations, and I literally just love, like, I just craft up a metric shit ton of pistons and stuff, just so that I don't have to craft them on demand. I just check there, and if there aren't any, then I craft some. So over here, I needed to have these all in place, just because otherwise the contraption is a little bit out there and it looks a little bit ugly. But this is basically a hidden crafting, a hidden enchanted table. So we all know that it's made of obsidian, so you can't actually move it, but you can move the bookshelves, which makes it either useless or useful. So over here I have the lapis for it, and we'll get into that redstone torch in a second. And if I step on this pressure plate, a monostable circuit activates all of these pistons with uh, block updates, whatever's, like, I'm not sure what they are. It's essentially a ton of it's essentially like pistons in these corners that update really late, because the way that these pulses go is that they're too fast for all of the pistons to actually cooperate properly. So in order to get the pistons to all work properly with the timings and whatnot, I have to put in some pistons in these corners to run really slowly. Like, I had to give them, like, I don't know, 8 tick delays or something. I can't even remember. I had to give them a delay of some sort. But essentially what they are is that there's immovable objects all around the pistons so that they don't push each other around. So, oh god, my head hurts. So since they don't push each other around because there's immovable objects in the way, they forget that they're powered, so they require a block update to power, but they don't unpower until you unpower them by standing on the monostable circuit again. There you go. And that's essentially how it works. I tried to do that whole friggin' like bottom and top thing on purpose. I wanted to do it top first and then bottom, extension and retraction, but that didn't work out at all, so I just had to end up doing the movable object thing. So if we go into game mode 3, God. If we go into game mode 3, you can see the obsidian, like, all around here. You can see the pistons, you can see the updating, oh yeah, the sticky piston is supposed to have a block on it, whatever. It works the same. It works essentially the same. Essentially, it doesn't even need to be there, just these two. So we have this, which is really freaking, like, compacted all together because of this wall in the way, you know. But I did this really stupidly. Like, I decided to try to do it with redstone torches, just to know what I was doing, like to keep reminding myself as I build this thing that these need to be extended when the system is off. Which literally just made everything so much more complicated, because I kept putting them down here and they kept destroying themselves, but then I finally managed to figure out that I could put them up here and then put the obsidian down there, and then they would work exactly the same. So that's why that took me a million years to make. And if we just run along through here, we can see that this gets this redstone line gets run all the way up here into this. Yeah, that's there just because I needed to have a repeater there. But this gets run into this redstone torch, which unpowers these, because these need to be powered while the system is turned off. These ones over here need to be unpowered, and these ones need to be powered. That's why the redstone torches are there, because they need to conceal the wall. They need to use the wall. These are the ones on top are the ones that move the wall. The ones on the walls are the ones that oh, fuck it. You get the idea. Let's keep going. That. Okay, over here we have the basic living station. This was a really like over-rushed kind of carrot farm. It's supposed to be like a farmland kind of farm. Like, you can grow wheat, carrot, potatoes, or whatever on it. Game mode 3. Why don't I just stay here? Oh yeah, because I need to show you stuff with actual right clicks. So this is a redstone clock right here, because you power this comparator in subtract mode, which makes it go infinitely, and power all these repeaters, which will. And I needed to use repeaters so that the lines would actually run into the dispensers and not run into each other, because that fucking changed in 1.8 for some goddamn reason. Then I have the same inventory detector comparator system that I had for the chicken farm, multiplied a million times over. I managed to stack it on top of each other somehow without breaking anything. And essentially I drop bone meal in here, and that bone meal, thanks to those, goes all the way up into here, into these. And then whenever I flip this lever, they start doing that. But the problem is that I needed to have these, like, moist, so I put those in the way. But I wouldn't have done that if I had just thought that if I had just, like, thought more about the pistons, that they take an entire tick to extend, or whatever it is. And they kind of just, like, fuck up the farming. Like, I only get to use, like, the middle of the farm the entire time. But either way, I have these. I have all of this. I actually did waste my time crafting those, got fucking bored one day. And down here, through this staircase, is a little netherwort farm with a little bit of netherwort in there. Ugh, freaking... I mean, repeaters going into blocks was a really handy thing that they added in. I don't know how long ago. I'm actually a 1.8 player. Like, I literally got into the Minecraft business like a few days before 1.8 was released. Over here we have the skeleton farm, which is a skeleton spawner. Obviously, like, it's not even supposed to be working right now, but for some reason it like still does work. These tripwire hooks are so that none of the skeletons fall onto these like not wet areas over here, so that they can still go into the water streams and fall all the way down into here, which I've managed to link them up properly. Link up all the water streams properly so that they all go into that exact block. But because of OCD, I decided to use all those pistons. Moving on. Let's go back into survival mode. If I go grab this redstone torch, which I'm sure a lot of you may have skipped to by now, I place it on this block, it gives me back the torch, and opens up this piston door right here. Now this piston door, I can actually close with the same block. It doesn't really... Okay, obviously that was an accident. Like, it doesn't really matter, it works both ways, because this is actually a monostable circuit as well. I don't even, like, freaking know if I want to show that. But, yeah, the monostable circuit can also be hooked up, is also hooked up through this little block right here, which allows me to close it up and open it up from the inside of this little chamber. And this is the command block room. This is just give command block because I needed OCD because I had this OP freaking pickaxe command. Like, look at this pick. Efficiency 10, Unbreaking 10. I don't know why I put Unbreaking because I made it Unbreakable, but I have Mending 10 and Fortune 3 on it. I put Fortune 3, but I can put all those enchantments up to 255 for all I care. I just didn't want to get too overpowered, and also I didn't want that ridiculously long line of enchantment or whatever on it. And this is where I keep my Ender Station. I have my 16 Ender Pearls on me right now, but if we just like press this button, it will dispense exactly 16 Ender Pearls. And I am going to go into Do Not Disturb mode on Skype before I get interrupted any longer. Okay, so finally, final part of the house. Down here, I have this little glowstone next to staircase thing, which actually I think looks really, really nice. The way that the glowstone only lights up this one half. Like, this one part of the stair steps. It doesn't light up the entire thing, which is really freaking cool. I really like how that works. But down here, we have the super furnace system. Now, I told you that that furnace that I had up there was a noob furnace. Hold on, I have too many ender pearls on me. Let me just... So, we have this. And the way that this works is, you put in your ores in here, which is the input. You put in your coal over here, which would be the fuel. And then the output, which is the ores that you get in return, are this. Obviously, I literally put in a metric crap ton of ores in just to figure out how this would actually work. But there you go. I figured out how it works. Like, I didn't design this. Mumbo Jumbo designed this freaking years ago. Like, if you couldn't tell by now, I love his designs. They're, like, freaking amazing. The best ever. But essentially the way that it works is whenever this comparator has something inside of it, it will whenever this hopper has something inside of it, it'll power this comparator, which will power this block, which will power this redstone down here with this repeater, which will do this block, this redstone, all the way down here, over to this torch, over to this other torch, which will turn on, and then turn on this powered rail underneath this, and also this powered rail right here, which will make both the fuel for that certain ore, as well as the ore itself go across. And that is literally long enough for it to get filled with a couple of ores, because the way that hoppers work is that they're actually pretty efficient. The suggestion, of course, is to put in your fuel before you start putting in your ores. And essentially the way that it works is... well, shit, let me show you. Let me find a good spot so that I can hop into game... You know what? Game mode C. You know what? Screw it. I don't even care. Let me just grab some iron ore. Why not? I'm just gonna grab a stack of stuff so that you guys can see how this works. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, so you've put the iron ore in here, right? Get out of the way. That monostable circuit goes up, and that starts powering. Now that only powers a certain number of times, but it will essentially get everything down. Like, see, there it goes again. I'm not sure what that noise is that I'm hearing right now. But, the way that this works is this monostable circuit goes down and then passes another pulse. Goes up and passes another pulse. Essentially, it just keeps passing pulses one at a time until the point where everything has been done. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention this comparator right here is what repowers the torch to, like, you know what? Just keep going. We're good. We have an output. These guys, like, they did finish. So go ahead and put another one, because by the time this minecart has reached the end, all of them will have also reached the end of their smelting. So go ahead and do that, and they will keep working. They do keep working. It's a perfect system. Of course, I did have to wire this up a bit so that I had to wire it up a bit with friggin' hoppers of all things so that it would work properly and so that I could make it this nice little thing here. But there you go. That's essentially all there is to it. Game mode. Yes. Alright, let's eat some chicken. Let's have some chicken right there. And then, thought I closed this, but whatever. Let's close this up. This is legit like friggin' practice for all the secret redstone contraptions that I'm going to do when I get on a server with my friends. Like, once we get our own server, I'm going to do a shit ton of Minecraft videos on there. A shit ton of, like, hidden video, like, hidden redstone stuff. And once there's enough of us, we're going to troll people. Obviously. Like, what kind of a good Minecraft player doesn't like his fair share of trolls? Come on. Oh yeah, by the way, if any of you are looking at my shield right now, yeah, you can do that by, like, making a banner with whatever design you want on it, and then just, like, putting the banner and the shield and the crafting table together, and they will do that. And my two dogs. Here's Sparky, in honor of the first dog that I ever had, which I decided to call Sparky way back when. And then there's Tracer, just because I freaking want Overwatch, and I just put blue on him because I wanted to use some lapis. Like, I played the Overwatch DLC, and I freaking, like, DLC, the open beta, and I really freaking want it. But, one thing that I should note, I mainly use the Nether as a transport system. I rely on the Nether for transportation from here to the end fortress, which is way the hell over there. And also to, well, another fortress. Like, I have this one design in mind for a blaze spawner that I haven't built yet, but I don't even think I'm gonna get around to it by now. Like, Minecraft 1.10 is already rolling around the corner, so I don't know. Let's just hop in here. Shit. Oh god, there's gas. They're really freaking close. You know what, that's it. I can't freaking talk with the audio this loud, I'm sorry. Okay. So, the way that this works, the way that this lever right here works is that I can make it go either to the end portal or the nether fortress. God damn it! I just need to go in the game mode 1 so that they don't explode this place. Where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are they? I'm gonna murder them. Little fucker. You die. Oh god, that is seriously disgusting. Ugh. I hate gas. Fuck it. Don't tell me they're under me somewhere. Whatever. I'll just stay in creative mode while I'm in the nether. They'll probably despawn by the time I get back here, but fuck it. Honestly, I just want to show this off. So, god damn it! I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not a happy camper right now. Not even close. But I use this lever here just so that I didn't have to install a monostable circuit for a button or anything. I can just put end portal up. End portal is unpowered. Nether Fortress is powered because the way that it works is I have this redstone line, this redstone torch here. I have the redstone line being run across into this, like with all these repeaters and stuff, being run across into this little thing right here. Because whenever I flip it, that torch turns off, which turns off everything, which turns off this, which makes it flip itself 16 times. 16 times or something, I don't really know. But by the time I get up here, it will already be done flipping itself, and it will take me to the Nether Fortress, which is supposed to be the down position for the lever. Words, please. I literally just boarded this up with a button and whatever, so that I wouldn't come back to any surprises, and I could actually get out of the minecart and get ready for myself in peace. And the End Fortress portal is all the way over there, and I used a slightly different design for the End Fortress section as well. You'll see very soon. Fuck off, honestly. So if I do that, I actually have to wait a bit for my own concerns. So then I do it again, and I step on that pressure plate, and by the time the pressure plate turns off, the redstone powered rails power, which launches me all the way over here. That's called a minecart catcher and launcher system. Yes, Mumbo did do a video on that. Of course he did. That doesn't surprise me. Fucking, where is he? Ugh, these are so damn annoying. Good God, I hate gas. Really freaking hate gas. Shut up! But whatever, this is the portal for the End Fortress, and this Prismarine is already showing that I use a different design for it. And for a very good reason, as well. What the fuck is with the long-ass noise? Obviously, I didn't waste my time collecting all of these sea lanterns myself. I'm in creative mode right now. I obviously built this entire shit in creative mode just because I thought it looked cool. Looking back on it, I mean, I could have done something better, to be honest with you. But if we go down here, I did manage to get all this boarded up, thank God. To get, the majority of this castle, dug out with sponges. You know what, I'm just gonna turn off the fucking hostile mob so that I can get on with this video. Because quite frankly, I cannot deal with this anymore. I'm just gonna turn off mob noises. But yeah, we have the Prismarine Fortress right here. I have a couple of things lit up myself with my own lanterns or whatever. Obviously, that's not natural. That's not natural. No freaking shit. There's supposed to be a fuck ton more sponges up here. I just removed them because I feel guilty, but then I stopped giving a fuck and made a video on it. And I just decided to use iron for this pathway because it looks nice, and I was not about to redesign the entire goddamn Prismarine Temple. There's not enough patience in Red Smash for that, and you clearly, very obviously know it. So, let's head down into the End Fortress, which was actually pretty close, to be honest with you. Which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, that's a really good thing. Okay, so if we follow these sea lanterns, we will eventually reach, I fucking broke the door, didn't even care. We will eventually reach the end portal, and I have already broken the silverfish spawner for it. And replaced it with a thing as well. And this lantern is just okay, seriously, if you don't see it now, you're blind. It's right there. So, yeah, let's just hop into the end. I'm pretty sure this is the last thing I need to show you guys. Ender Pearl Farm. Yeah. This is how I feel. Why does it get cut off like that? I don't like that. Let's just move on. Ender Pearl Farm. I'll get to that in a second, but what it is the reason I have that is because of the Ender Station, and also because it's practice for when I build it in a real world. it's also practice for when I build it in a real multiplayer world, so that everyone can just have infinite ender pearls. I put the chest up here. Holy shit, what just happened? Okay, good god. I mean, at least it's a good thing that DVR did just tell me that it had to stop recording because it couldn't handle it or whatever. I don't really know what it was. My guess is that DVR doesn't lag as much because it doesn't record my voice. I'm using Audacity for this, which is going to be a pain in the ass to edit. But you know what? I don't even care. I put the chest up here like an idiot, not thinking that the obsidian platform where you actually spawn whenever you go through the portal, which I literally cannot change, is actually down here. I decided to put it up here inside the main room, which is literally fucking empty anyway. Okay, let's just move on. Yeah, I decided to like light this area up. Like I decided to light up the entire area of the island so that the farm that I have near the center of the island would be more efficient. I'll get to how that works in a second. But I decided to use lava since it's the most powerful source, and I just said, you know what, screw it, let's just use torches everywhere. And then I said, why the hell don't I just put the lava to, you know, start spreading everywhere? Why the heck was I that stupid? Well, that's just red smash for you. But look at all those endermen. Yeah, lighting up the surrounding area makes this crazy efficient. Makes this farm ridiculously efficient. So the way that it works is endermen hate water. So no enderman will spawn here, which means they will have no way to get up there and actually kill the endermite, which is inside of here. Now, the thing is, some of you may notice, this is a naturally spawned endermite, and it does have a name tag, which is Mighty. I don't really know who made this design, but it's so simplistic that I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the right to even claim it, to be honest with you. What the fuck did you spawn in there for? Did you see that? He was inside the fucking slab for some reason. Basically, if an enderman ever does get stuck, like, he just stands on the trapdoors, then another enderman will eventually come along and push them both in. And they will push each other in. But what they do is that since there's water there, they will pathfind into this little slabbed area, which will guide them down into this hole, which is tall enough to kill all the endermen down there. And there's a little bit of experience down there. Let me go collect that, because I sworn I saw experience down here. But whatever. They don't experience doesn't despawn, so I got worried. But oh god, please don't tell me to move the minecart. Okay, I didn't move the minecart. So the way that it works is the minecart there doesn't have any rail anymore. Seriously, if you don't know that, if you don't know how to make a minecart like exist without a rail, then where the hell have you been? Are you new? Are you seriously that new to Minecraft? Then I'm not gonna judge you. Just do it. Like, just take the rail out. Don't worry, the minecart will still be there. But see, when you throw an ender pearl, there is like a 15% chance, I believe it is, to spawn a naturally spawned endermite, which is not using the spawn egg, but actually using the ender pearl tactic, because endermen will not attack a endermite that I spawned in with a spawn egg. They won't give a shit about that one. But if I have a naturally spawned endermite, they will go crazy for it. They will seriously try to murder it because it's impure or something. I don't really know. That's just the excuse I'm making up. But I have some redstone hopper line with droppers and all that. A redstone clock system taking it all the way up to the top there. And get the hell off my roof. Go attack the endermite. Screw off. I think you did. So they try to attack the endermite, but before they can reach it, because they have to pathfind, they fall in the hole, die. They don't drop experience because they just die from fall damage, but they do drop their ender pearls, and I collect the ender pearls with the hoppers, and I have infinite ender pearls now. And lighting up the area makes this farm crazy efficient, and a lot of people call this the poor man's enderman farm, if that makes any sense at all. So let's just head back to the overworld. This has been Minecraft. And just before I leave, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, these songs might be copyrighted. I did buy Snowdown on iTunes, so I do believe that I'm okay with showing this one. This is a song by MDK. There you go. This is the one I'm going to show, but I just want to show off that I did mess around with my resource pack a little bit. Mainly I used Faithful 32, but I also used a PvP texture pack of some sort, and I used a 1.9 updated version of Faithful 32 so that this would work. Just because a person who usually plays like that thinks that it looks disgusting, and the redstone aspects of this entire thing is code crafted, except for one thing, which would be the sticky pistons, which is from Endertech, because I just really love how those sticky pistons look compared to code crafted, which is pretty much Faithful 32, which is pretty much a mess of slime on top of a piston. I'd rather have it be a nice little neat square. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah. Oh god, that is loud. Fuck me, that is loud. Does that help? Okay, good. I forgot that this existed. I have a thing on my own headphones that I can use to turn down the game audio myself. I'm an idiot for turning down all those settings all the time. But, whatever. Just so that you guys know that all of these things can be done, that I have done all of these things, and just so that you get some ideas for your own world, and just so you know why I did everything. Lol. So, yeah, this has been, this essentially has been my 1.9 Redstone vanilla world. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. So, fuck off. Oh god. Guys, they've come for me. They've come for me. They know I've been using a fake endermite to kill them all. They've come for my blood. The worst part is they can actually come in here, fuck. But, before the Endermen get all Herobrine on me, I'm gonna end this video here and get to editing it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. As I always say, like, share, sub, all that good stuff. And as always, we'll see you next time. Say goodbye, Sparky and Tracer.